Well, good evening, everyone. Sorry I'm a little late, but I am delighted that you are joining us here for our Wednesday evening meditation after I was away, gone fishing, as I said last week. I was away for a bit, for a few days, and delighted to be back. So naturally, I was just a little out of practice, even though I'd been doing this for so long, just getting it all together. So thank you for your patience. And if you are watching this as a recording, you didn't have to deal with waiting. So thank you all for joining us whenever, wherever you decide to join us from. Of course, this is the time we call it Spin into Stillness, because I like to envision us just kind of taking a gentle swirl into that space inside ourselves, that great pause where we are experiencing a stillness that is not necessarily a silence, but it certainly is a place where we've stopped, where we've paused, where we have allowed a breath to be held, to be savored, and then we release it as well. So that stillness is the space where all creation happens. It is that great pause. It is that great respite, even if it's just a moment, where everything is still and clear and in the now, which is really the most important thing. We, of course, work with a set of oracle cards, and we've been working with, and I just love them so much, and so we'll work with them for just a little more. This Oracle Zen Tarot. Beautiful cards, beautiful artwork, and of course it is an interpretation of the regular tarot deck, the Rider-Waite deck that we all know and love. So the archetypes are represented in the deck, but they have a few different interpretations, and you'll experience them perhaps a bit differently as we read in the book about them. We like to set an intention before we begin our meditation. And this is just the opportunity to center ourselves, to have a plan when going into meditation, to know what information we are seeking when we go. So this can be in the form of a question or a direction that you're seeking. So you can ask, I say ask the universe, but really what we're doing is we are realizing that the universe is within. So we're really asking the deep self within us the answer to these questions, because guess what? That deep self, that divine presence, is really the voice that we are hearing. It is the greater voice. It is the deeper voice. It is the voice, the essence, the being that always has our back, despite what that very present material voice might sound like. It is that deeper voice that always can show us the way to the truth, to who we are, to the answer that is devoid of kind of ego and survival that the ego has served us with since we were since we had just come out of the womb. So it's that deep voice that we ask the question of, and then it is that deep voice, that presence that we listen to when we get there and hear what it has to say. So let us do this. Let us set our intention, and I set my pieces of paper aside. What do we do with them? Yes, okay, there. You slipped it with me. So if you want to pull out a piece of paper and just write down your intention, it's a very powerful thing to write it down because it is a deliberate action. So you can write out the intention, and then what you're going to do is hold on to that intention while you meditate. Add your energy to it and really charge it. Now, if we were in person, I would collect these from you that are charged with the energy from meditation, and I would light them and set them on their way into the universe, into the flames. We all can't do that together. So I will write on one slip of paper the words everyone's intentions. And this means that whenever or wherever you are joining us from, that gets included in the energy of this one particular ticket. So it'll all gather here, all of our energies, and then I will send that into the universe, into our deep selves for the return of what that messaging is. So I hope that makes sense. And so before we get started, let us just take a moment now to pause and to reflect on what tonight's intention for you may be. What question are you asking, or what guidance are you seeking? You go into your deep self meditation tonight. I'm going to write mine down. If you choose not to write it, that's fine too. If you don't have paper, just imagine yourself writing it. Maybe write it out on your hands. We sign our name to all of those credit card machines on a pad or on a screen now. So you're used to signing your name with your finger. So do it. So just write your intention in your palm, hold that close to your palm, and then of course send me that energy that I collect for all of us. I'm going to set my intention. So I've set mine. I'm going to hold this to my side here so that I remember to pick it up and burn it. And this one is going to say, again, I can't boast great writing, but it says everyone's intentions as you see right there. So it'll all collect right here while I get some tones going and get us into that deep space. Now, just some housekeeping. Wherever you are, and certainly wherever I am, if you've been here before, you know for a fact that my dogs can start barking most likely at the quietest time or at the time that we are in our deepest spot. So I invite you, since we do these meditations from wherever we are, from home, and you can hear both your ambient noises as well as mine, to use those as cues or triggers to go even farther. So yes, a noise that may startle you during the meditation may momentarily take you out, but just use that as your indicator that you can go a little deeper. My dogs may start to bark if the door if they hear the doorbell, or if they hear another dog in the street. They've got this uncanny ability to know when a dog is out there, even if they don't hear it. So if that happens, just relax and enjoy and go that little bit deeper. And thank you for bearing with me and them when that does happen. I love them. I would never think of putting them anywhere else but here. I certainly love making them part of this experience, since we have been in our homes for quite some time now. So what is left to do but to shuffle, find us a card for tonight, and get into that meditation. So what we'll do is, as usual, I will shuffle the cards, and then if you can please just add your energy, again, from wherever you are, whenever you are, to the shuffle. And so we will agree that I will draw the top card. That top card represents all of our intentions. It represents yours, mine, whoever may join us live or may join us in the recording, even if you do it several times. It is that top card that is all the energy. And so we can agree on that, so you don't see me reaching into the deck to pull my own, kind of intuitive take on it. You're going to see me pull the top card. We've agreed That's our representation. So just send me that energy. You can send it in a squint or in a crunch of your face, or you can relax your face and send it on a breeze. You can hold your hands up and send it with some vibrational energy, whatever you choose. I will collect it right here in this deck and then draw the card for all of us, right? So let's shuffle, 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 shuffle. Now, I never boast being a shuffler, although I may be getting better at this. I don't know. I think I'm getting a little bit better. I dropped some today when I was doing some work for myself, but it doesn't matter. I will naturally improve. It's been a couple of years now, right? You'd think I'd be really good. But I don't like to break the cards. I don't like to fold them or, do that whole dealer shuffle because I want my cards to stay intact. So, are you ready? All right, here we go. Top card, all of our cards. What is it? What are we looking at? Ooh, I like a lot. That card is breakthrough. Breakthrough. Who doesn't love breakthrough? I know I do. I think we might have even had this card before, which always mystifies me because out of a deck of 78, we often get the same cards. So I'm going to put this card down and make sure that we can see it. There it is, breakthrough, breakthrough, breakthrough. I love it. I love it, I love it. I don't want you to see the glare, but I do want you to see the card. So look on that for us. All right, there they go. There they go. As if on cue. So I find this card just beautiful. Look, we're breaking through. We're breaking out in an explosion of wonderment. And if you find yourself in a place of feeling stuck, or maybe inertia's pulled you down a little, this card, what a great card to get. So let's read a little bit about it, shall we? Breakthrough. Now let's see. Now again, all of these these Osho Zen Tarot cards have their corresponding cards, of course, in the Tarot deck, in the regular Tarot deck. Let's see what that one is. So breakthrough. Oh, it is in Major Arcana. I've done quite well with getting to this Major Arcana, haven't we? It is card 11. Card 11. Let's see. I'm not going to read the right away interpretation. I like to make the cards. Should be better, but it's a little block that I have. So, the breakthrough is Justice in the Rider-Waite deck. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I'll take the breakthrough at any time. Anytime. Let's read about it, shall we? Here we go. Let's take a good look at the card before we decide to meditate. You can see some of its great qualities. I just want to make sure you can. So yeah, there's a little glare on the bottom. I'm still working out some new lighting for this space. So thank you for your patience as we look closely as I read. Notice how you feel about the card, both as you view the card and as I read to you about what the Ocho Zen Tarot book says about the card. So how does it make you feel? And most importantly, that question that you wrote on that piece of paper, how does this card, not does it, but how does this card answer that question and offer that guidance that you are seeking? It's not negotiable. This card is that answer. How is it for you, that answer? All right. The predominance of red in this card indicates at a glance that that its subject is energy, power, and strength. The brilliant glow emanates from the solar plexus, yes, the center of power on the figure. And the posture is one of exuberance and determination. I got goosebumps reading that. Exuberance and determination. All of us occasionally reach a point when enough is enough. At such times, it seems we must do something, anything, even if it later turns out to be a mistake. Yes. I'll tell you more about that in a second. To throw off the burdens and restrictions that are limiting us. If we don't, they threaten to suffocate and cripple our very life energy itself. If you are now feeling that enough is enough, allow yourself to take the risk of shattering old patterns and limitations that have been keeping your energy from flowing. In doing so, you will be amazed at the vitality and empowerment this breakthrough can bring to your life. Oh, love it. To transform breakdowns into breakthroughs, love that, is the whole function of a master. The psychotherapist simply patches you up. That is his function. He is not there to transform you. You need a meta-psychology, a psychology of the Buddha. It is the great adventure in life to go through a breakdown consciously. It is the greatest risk because there is no guarantee that the breakdown will become a breakthrough. It does become, but these things cannot be guaranteed. It does become, but these things cannot be guaranteed. Your chaos is very ancient. For many, many lives you have been in chaos. It is thick and dense. It is almost a universe in itself. So when you enter into it with your small capacity, of course, there's danger. But without facing the danger, nobody has ever become integrated. Nobody has ever become an individual, indivisible. Zen or meditation is a method which will help you go through the chaos, through the dark night of the soul, balanced, disciplined, and alert. The dawn is not far away, but before you can reach the dawn, the dark night has to be passed through. And as the dawn comes closer, the night will become darker. Now, this is a recurring theme that we have. You've got to, experience the dark to see the light. But what I truly love is the insight that it says at such times it means we must do something, anything, to break free of the burdens and restrictions. Now, here's the thing about this. It may feel like we have to do something grand when we are in a space and have to make that choice, because we now know, as we will say almost every week here, that it is all about that moment of choice. No matter how many cards we draw, no matter how many meditations we go through, it is that moment that we must choose differently that is the key to having this all happen for us, including that breakthrough. So it may feel like breakthrough has to be some sort of huge gesture, but in fact, if you choose in any moment where you are beginning to spiral or worry or regret or just tumble down that rabbit hole of negativity that we often can find ourselves in, anything you do differently anything can help change the course of how you unfold. So if you choose in that moment of despair, for instance, to do something that you know takes you out of that despair. Now, it might not make you euphoric, but it will definitely take you out of despair. If going to your fur baby and sitting down with that fur baby and just allowing its head to sit in your lap is that instantaneous release of despair, do it. Do it. Whatever it takes. If putting on that song of joy brings you out of wherever you are, then no matter whether you've gone to the opposite direction or not, you are instantly in another place. Another place. You are out of that negative space. Does that make sense? It doesn't have to be grand. It can be small. It could be walking down the street and taking a turn that you don't take when you are finding yourself in that despair. Go a different way. Mix it up. It's all about mixing it up. This is where we find our breakthrough. And so it usually does come at a time where we find ourselves in a dark night of the soul, but it doesn't have to be the darkest night of the soul. It can be a day where we've had just a usual nagging thing that is returning again, dictate or enable us to be in that moment, choose something different, and find ourselves, guess what, in a different space. No matter what. No matter what, you are not where you were when you tried something different. No matter what. It doesn't matter what that difference is. You're in a different place. The course of the world, the butterfly effect, every universe now is affected by that small change, including yours. All right, I don't want to belabor that point, but making that change to facilitate that breakthrough can be as simple as a small gesture that changes everything. Whether you know it or feel it or not, it has, just by its very definition. Got it? Good. Let's move forward. Let's go into the stillness and let's think about these words. Maybe it's the breakthrough that we seek. Maybe tonight we choose a different way of going into meditation for that difference. Maybe we've come here again. If we're a regular practitioner in this way, then perhaps tonight is that opportunity for us. So why don't we start something different? That way it's a signal that it is different. So let's start with a few drum beats, shall we? I always bring everything here in case I feel so inspired. And since we're talking about making a change, I'll make a little change tonight. So you automatically get that signal. Something's different, naturally. So as we do this, let us just get settled, make our nest, make ourselves as comfortable as we can, right? So I will start us off, and I'm just going to start off with a basic beat in the section, as basic bass drum beat. Each drum beat, as we get settled, is going to be that source or that breath. So we inhale, we pause, and we exhale. Inhale, pause, and exhale. Again, on this last breath, an inhale, really feel that pause. And exhale, and then allow your eyes to just drift closed. But if you can, keep them kind of turned up a little bit toward your third eye, almost like you're rolling your eyes up while you have them closed. I'm going to keep the card up for you to look at it anytime. with each beat of the drum. Allow it to take us deeper and deeper into ourselves. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. 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 And so as we go deeper, let us bring that card to our mind's eye. Let's think of that word, breakthrough. How do we feel about it? What if we just have that word on our lips as we go deeper? Breakthrough. 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 That word silently to yourself. Now, as we go deeper, in this magical space where we realize that our physical body has decided to go on break for a bit and release our essence into the ether around us. That beautiful essence is just suspended in the ether. As we often do, let's imagine what our own individual essence looks like. Is it a cloud? Is it a mist? Is it glittery? Is it iridescent? Is it earthy? Does it have a scent? Our individual essence. Our bodiless essence. How does that essence feel? The visceral feeling of it. soft? Are we creamy? Cloudy? Are we swirly? Essence. Unique. Here in our space, here as the essence that we are. We feel pure, we feel safe, we feel so very, very comfortable. Let's just take a moment to appreciate how we feel, how we smell. What is it about us that keeps us in this beautiful, unique space? And around our essence, let us begin to imagine being cocooned with this very translucent plexiglass or glass. Let's keep it glass. So it's almost like we can just feel in this space. It's almost like we are being enveloped by some form of ethereal cinder block. That cinder block envelops us, surrounds us, if you've ever been in a tanning bed, it feels a little like that. Our essence is being voluntarily enveloped by this cinder block. It's translucent, so we know our shape can be seen inside it, but no one can tell who we are or what we're doing in there. It is that colorful essence, or however we have chosen to experience our essence, that is enveloped. In this cinder block, not cinder block, glass. I meant block, glass block, not cinder block, I'm sorry. So let's just, you've got that cinder block idea, we want it to be glass block. Just allow that image, if you've been thinking of cinder block, to just fade into it. Glass block. So we are in this glass block cocoon. feels like a tanning bed in a way because we've voluntarily chosen to be enveloped in this way. We feel our essence swirling inside. Swirling and swirling. Perhaps it's becoming brighter, more vivid of the color that we envision. Perhaps the scent, it's stronger. Now that we are completely surrounded and feeling safe and comfortable, because there is an element of feeling safe, and the translucent glass block allows us to still maintain a vision and a connection with what's outside of it. But now we're within these glass block walls. Begin to reflect on our question. That question that we may hold in our hands as a written slip of paper, or make-believe slip of paper. And it is with this question at the forefront of our presence, or with this guidance that we seek at the forefront of our presence, held safely within these glass block envelopes that we are, that we open our essence completely to what the deep voice is saying to us in this glass block cocoon. We find ourselves opening our essence and making way for that voice to be heard. It's a wordless communication, but it is completely understood. We are now still. We are with our deep self as its presence. We go deeper when we hear our noise. And as this tone drones, let's allow that voice to speak to us. Let us allow ourselves to hear the guidance, the insight that we recognize almost immediately as an epiphany. And as its truth begins to well up inside of us, inside of that presence, We begin to feel ourselves become more of what we have indicated that presence experience is for us. So maybe the color gets deeper, our color gets deeper. We become more fragrant. And we've got a tone emanating from us that becomes more and more clear. Everything becomes truer and truer of whatever we have envisioned our presence as. And as we become more and more of our presence, of our essence, we feel a pressure begin to well up. We feel a need to be released from this envelope of glass block. And we well, and we grow, and we expand from the inside until that glass block begins to crack, first from the center, and then that crack spreads all around. We can hear it crunching as it cracks, cracking, breaking, beginning to fall away until finally our very soul bursts through the glass and out as an explosion into the universe around us, within us, as part of us. An explosion so glorious, filled with sparkles and color and sound and light and music and joy and understanding and compassion and magnificence that is who we are. We begin to expand into everywhere and everything and everyone at the same time. We have broken through and out and in. We have broken through. And we just allow that expansive nature of our presence to expand as far as it can go, as far as it is able to reach out into the manifest universe and into our deepest, deepest self, reaching and reaching and reaching. This understanding and breakthrough changes everything, because we've changed small things along the way. We've understood what we've needed to do and how we've needed to view our world. Most importantly, we understand that it's this choice, this welling up of understanding, compassion for ourselves, awareness of our now. This is what causes that pressure that allows us to break through, break free, and expand to be more and better versions of who we are. Spreading out into the worlds around us, spirit and material, all that's planes. We are greater in any individual part of us. And we are beautiful. We are beautiful. And so with this breakthrough, the glass has been shattered. We have been freed. Our questions, our concerns for this evening have been released and clarified. And so now we can choose to return. So easy now. So easy. We are so great and expansive that we know we don't need to be limited by our physical body, but we can return to it to live as our human self, as we are prescribed to do. So let us imagine our hugely expansive essence smelling so beautiful, like more of what we envisioned, feeling softer, sturdier, however we envisioned it. Let's imagine us gathering all that spread out presence, which is the real part of us, gathering in slowly until we are just a little core, little unrefined ball of essence. Let us imagine our body begin to fade around. That essence. Imagine that essence illuminating and animating our physical self. That magnificence we just returned from. As our body fully returns, let us take our deep breaths together. Let's inhale through our nose, pause, and exhale through our mouth. Inhale again, and exhale. And on this last breath, let's inhale and exhale. And as we do, our eyes open slowly, and we return to our space. Return to that physical space, but that breakthrough. Oh, could you feel that exhilaration? Could you feel that glass shatter? Could you feel the restorative power of that glass block? Sorry, I kept saying cinder block. That glass block, because it was our cocoon. It was what we called for. It's what we needed to retreat, regroup, so that we could feel that need to be out, that need and that necessity to be free. Because that's the only way we'll be free, is when we feel that need so clearly. So, lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you for making this very interesting journey tonight, where I tried something different just to shake up me and hopefully shake up you. Now we can send our heart's desires, our wishes, our everything back out into the universe. Let us do that now. So I'm going to start with mine, right? So I tried to get a better camera angle so you guys see it burn today. So hopefully that'll work for you. So this is my personal one first. Sending it out into the flames, into the universe, where it can become what it is supposed to be. There it goes. There it goes. There. Yes. You can see it. Yes. And guys, whenever you're watching this, wherever you're watching this, everyone's intentions. It's getting out there. There it goes. There she goes. Called her in courtesy of my lovely friend, Frankie Soul, who gifted me this quite some time ago already, and I love it because that's what I used to burn my billets. I burn incense at home sometimes, the real stuff. So, Brenda, if you're watching, thank you. This little piece is new. This is courtesy of friend Virginia. It is for focus. And most of the other artifacts that you see behind me are gifts of my beautiful friend, Ria, who for many years really outfitted my entire altar with so many beautiful things, crystal balls and my first singing bowl, which is my first one. It's tiny, it's in the back there, and there's a beautiful chalice there, and this beautiful Aladdin's lamp, all of those, the genie bottle, all of them from Ria. So my friends have gifted me with so many beautiful things. They just make my altar feel so rich. Thank you, thank you, thank you for those things. So let's see who's here. Let's see who's here. If you're here, if you're not, hopefully you'll be watching this on the recording at some time soon. I was late, so I really can't expect a lot of people to have shown up. Oh, there's Ozzy. There you go. You set an intention, didn't you, Ozzy? And there's Robin Olson. Hello, hello. How wonderful. Wonderful. You guys set your intention for your travels. Robin, thank you for being here. What a great group. Set your intention for your travels. Robin, thank you for being here. What a group. When I switch to Facebook, it always, sound's never on, or sound is always on, I should say. So thank you guys for joining us. I hope you had fun. I hope you, Robin, appreciated the drum and my new steel drum as well. Let's see if there's anybody on YouTube. I think there are 2 people watching. If you're here, thank you for watching, either YouTube Live or Facebook Live. Guys, I've kept you quite a bit. I'm so grateful. There's Virginia. Yay! Spirit Quest has landed. Super spiritual super friend's name. Spirit Quest. So guys, thank you for a beautiful evening. I had a lot of fun in this one. I loved the breakthrough. Who doesn't love a breakthrough? So hope you enjoyed yours. Hope it continues. Hope you continue to develop ways that you can create that experience again to break through each time you need to. I love you all. Have a wonderful night. We will see you here again next week. Same bat time, same bat YouTube channel for our little journey into stillness. Any comments, guys, please say what you want to say in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe, especially with YouTube. Leave comments wherever you can. How did you enjoy tonight's meditation? What are you going to do with it with the week? You know the drill. Let's see more of those. Would love to see that kind of engagement as we continue to build this community. Have a good night. Love you. Mwah. We'll see you next time.